the ice behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up.
Hi guys, hey, I'm using a ring lighter for the first time. I want to tell you a story, guys. I want to tell you a story of the day when I came face to face with a big snake, in a closed toilet. You know those toilet, you know most that I live in rural areas. So if I live in rural areas, it means we used to use pit latrines. Pit latrines, to those who don't know, pit latrine is a toilet that is made by digging a hole. You dig a hole. That's what happens in rural areas, and then you will never even know if you've never been there. You come from town or urban areas. I'm a rural girl, so you dig a hole, and then after digging a hole, you put a seat. So all our excretions, or number two, or whatever we take out of toilet, our number one and number two urine and excretions, they go to the hole. They don't disappear, they stay there unless we clean it. We clean it by buying a chemical that burns it. That chemical is so dangerous, and then it burns it. That's how we clean it, those who afford. But those who don't afford, they do their number one and number two until it's full. Then when it's full, they close it, and then they start another hole. So it is a hole. Then out of that hole, you build something like a shack, a small shack, very small, like a cell, like a trunk, like a jail, a small, very small hole. It has a floor. Then we would put something like a seat, a wood seat, which is in a form of a bucket where you can sit and do your number two. I will show you when I'm in the rural areas, because we still have it at home, even though we also have the modern one. So this day when I came face to face with a very big snake, was it a majola? You know, there are some clan names who have an ancestor that is called the majola. It's not my clan name. I don't have a relationship with snakes. I'm so scared of snakes. I can't stand snakes. The day I saw a snake in my home, I was traumatized for life. Again, I came face to face with a snake under the bed at home 1 year. That was before this, but I want to tell this story, not this one, because this one, I don't know if it was a majola, it was visiting this family or what. It's not even my family. I attended a funeral. So my best friend lost a mother. So because she lost a mother, I attended a funeral of her mother. So during the time of the funeral, I wanted to relieve myself. So I went to the pit latrine. There was no alternative toilet, which is something that teaches us to be disciplined. You know, my sister doesn't use a toilet when she visits places. She doesn't use a toilet at night. She doesn't use a toilet when she visits places. I wish I can be her, because now I was forced to relieve myself and find myself in a pit latrine. I can't even use a pit latrine because it gives me health problems. The doctor said I can't use a toilet that is used by many people. And a pit latrine, even if it's not a pit latrine, even if it's a toilet, a modern toilet, a town toilet where we flush, like you're in your towns and urban areas. So what happened was, I go to relieve myself and I'm thinking of my own stuff and I'm pressing my phone. Then as I'm doing that, I'm wearing high heels, very high heels, guys, very high heels. I'm a lady and I'm carrying a purse. So I sit in this toilet and I'm minding my own business and I'm thinking of my own stuff, pressing the phone, answering the WhatsApp messages because I was in a funeral and I took a break to go to the toilet. And then as I'm doing that, something tells me to look on the floor. And as I look on the floor, my God, such a big snake, this size, was halfway passing my feet. It was so big. I think it was a puff adder. Ne? And you must bear in mind, ne? In rural areas, the funerals are in a tent. So people are outside, and it's likely that in the toilet, when you are in the toilet is not far from the tent, so people see you. So as I looked, and one, snakes give me a fright. I'm no friend of snakes. So they give me a fright. They're not pets to me, and I'm scared of them. So what happened was that I looked, and fortunately it was minding its own business. It passed, and my shock came after it has passed. And I jumped in high heels and I was outside. I lifted my panty outside. I didn't care if the reverend, the visitors in the funeral, and everybody see me, as long as the snake didn't bite me. So what puzzled me was that my friend whom I visited came running, and I said, because I made a scream, they said, a snake, a snake. Then people came. And my friend wanted to know the color of the snake. She wanted to know if it was the majola, their ancestor, because apparently they are the majolas. So maybe when there is a funeral, a snake is supposed to visit. And now her daughter is challenging her, is saying, hi, your friend is almost harmed by a snake and all you think of is a majola. Guys, I'm still traumatized even today by that incident. The reason why I'm traumatized was that had I come face to face with that snake this way, I would have panicked. And if I panicked and jumped, that snake was going to jump and bite me and I would be dead by now. So there are various kinds of snakes, and people say we need to be calm when you see a snake. But how do you get calm? How do you calm yourself in a situation that needs fight or flight? Fight of flight reaction. You remember, as human beings, when we are faced with a threatening situation, our reactions are two. Sometimes it's fight or flight. And for me, my reaction was going to be a fight or flight. I wasn't going to look into the snake, and that snake would have attacked me. Whereas those people whose ancestor is a snake, they sing their clan praises to the snake. But I was nothing to that clan, so it was not supposed to appear to me, even if it was their clan. But the weather was hot, so the toilet was in a bushy area. So it was dangerous. It was extremely hot, you're 40. So that snake was minding its own business in a bushy area. But unfortunately, it came face to face with me, and I'm still traumatized. And the funny part was that while I was in that trauma, my friend was thinking it's a majola, which makes it funny. So I thought, let me share this experience of me, which traumatized me even today. Guys, I need counseling on how not to be scared of snakes, because that situation for me was serious. I could have died because that snake would have given me a strong bite. It was very big, and even today I can't stand snakes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I thought, let me share this with you. God bless me. You can comment on what to do if you come face to face with the snake like I was. But for me, all I can do is to thank God that that snake didn't bite me, is to thank God that he kept me busy so that I don't see the snake before it passes, because by the time I was focusing on it and looking on it, it has passed already. So by the time I jumped, it was going on its side. It wasn't gonna turn and bite me, because we were going to frighten each other, and maybe if we frightened each other, hell was going to break loose. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. God bless you. Always look on the bright side of life. I love you. Bye. Thank you.